First of all, this is a terrible angle. You might be an OG of this channel if you know what this shirt means. I'll give you a hint. Can you see how the back of this shirt looks? Do you see something there that probably isn't normally part of this shirt? Hey there, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. Look, I need to start off this one by saying a few things. One, if you're my hairstylist and you're watching this, I'm sorry, but also not. So if you don't know what this shirt means or what's on the back of this shirt, this has always been my hair dye shirt. So anytime that I would recolor my hair red, or even before I started doing the red hair color, I would do like yellow tips, I would do pink, I tried purple, never blue. Blue and I don't get along. I had a blue streak in my hair one time, professionally done, that lasted a year and a half. Like no matter what, that thing would not come out of my hair. So blue and I don't get along. I've never tried green or anything like that, but I've done yellow, orange, red, pink, purple. Purple doesn't tend to last for me, and neither does pink, which is why I feel like this is a good dipping my toes back into things, because I need a pop of color. I don't feel like myself when I don't have something fun going on with my hair. Like I like where my stylist and my hair is wild today. I like where my stylist and I have lightened it to. However, I just have not felt very me since I got rid of the red. Is this me saying I'm going back to red? No, because red has a lot of upkeep and I just kind of want something simple, but I still want something. Does that make sense? We're gonna go pink because I know pink on me does tend to fade quicker. So if I decide after I put it in, I'm like, oh, that's not what I want, actually. I can just wash my hair a lot, get rid of it. Why do I have two different pink dyes? I couldn't make up my mind in Ulta. I have worked with Arctic Fox. That is pretty much all the dyes that I used in the past when I did my hair myself. So the yellow, the orange, the red, the purple, you name it. If I did a color, it was with Arctic Fox. I tried Manic Panic at one point. I absolutely hated Manic Panic. I don't know if it was the color or what, but it and I just didn't get along. I have wanted to try Good Dye Young, which is Hayley Williams from Paramore's dye brand, but I think because I don't know how that one's gonna react to my hair, but I do know how this one will, I think I'm gonna use this one. I am gonna do a test streak just to see how it looks on this hair, because when I first went red, I really just wanted to do like a peachy color. But my hair was pretty much this tone and peach did not show up on it. So I was like, I'll just go dive into it. And at first it was more orangey red. And then around like 4th of July in 2020, it went to fire engine red. I figure I'll do a test strand on an under part. Also, my hair looks like it needs to be washed. I literally just washed it a day ago. I don't know why my hair is doing this recently. So normally I would wash my hair before I do dye, but I'm like, and just the texture, and we're just gonna see how it looks with this tone. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I will say, like, I'm very happy that my hair is being lightened, but there are some lights where I'm like, it feels brassy. And I don't know if that's just because I haven't gone for a touch-up in a while. I don't know how many weeks it's been. I do use purple shampoo to kind of keep out the brassiness, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there. It's been a while since I've had anything that's not red. I miss my red, but I'm not ready for that upkeep. So I was thinking to do a test strand over on this side and like do it under the hair somewhere. I don't want it to be like right out here in the open in case it looks bad. So I was thinking of pulling this hair up and then maybe doing something like here, so that way it's underneath, but then I can also cover it up if it ends up looking rough. So I think that is going to be my plan. And this brings back such memories. My little bowls. I have so many bowls that I would use, color my own hair. Ugh, it's like the old days. So I'm like, you might be an OG if you recognize this shirt, because this was always the shirt that I wore when I was going to dye my hair. So since we're only doing a test strand, I am not going to put a whole lot in here. It was getting to a point before I stopped coloring my own hair and went to my stylist that I was using entire bottles for one just go over, because Arctic Fox is not going to hurt your hair to put a bunch on there or to leave it on there. It's got conditioner in it, so it's really good for your hair. I would leave that color on for like 2 hours. It just made my hair feel really good. And maybe that's something that I need, is that conditioner again. I'm gonna pour a little bit into that bowl. I am gonna wear gloves because I don't trust myself. I also just put these nice white press-on nails on, and I don't want them to get ruined by pink dye. And again, if my stylist is watching, I love you. I do. I need this. I need this. And I'm not supposed to come to see you until the end of May, but I need this now. So I used to color my own hair because one, it was during pandemic, no one was open. Two, after pandemic it didn't go away, but like after places started opening again, the hairstylist I was going to at the time moved shops, but I couldn't find where they went. So then I was like, well, I'll just continue to do my own hair for a bit. And then I got to a point where I was like, I'm so tired. This literally takes me all day to do my hair because my hair was like way down here and I was like, I can't keep this up. So that's when I went to my current stylist and was like, help me. Again, I'm not gonna do a whole lot. Also, these gloves, why don't gloves ever fit? These are mediums, but they feel like larges. But then the set that I have, like the box of gloves that I have for when I do permanent makeup are also mediums and they feel tight. What's that about? And of course now, I don't know if I have any. I always want to bite this off, but then I can get dye in my mouth. And then I'll probably end up leaving this on my hair for at least an hour. I think it's like 30 minutes is the minimum. Ooh, look at that pink. Focus, Gretchen, focus. I'm just gonna do a little bit. And this is virgin pink. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I might add more, but again, I don't want to do too much because I'm just doing a test strand right now. So again, where I'm thinking is not this top layer, because then my thought is if this ends up looking good, I'm gonna do part of my side bangs and then a little bit here in the front and then maybe a few strands throughout. It's not gonna be my entire head. I'm not willing for, I can't do that commitment yet. All right, so there's the top layer. So then I'm thinking maybe this. Do we think that's a good placement? How does that look? If I hold it out. Find something to grip this so that I don't lose it. Here, give me a bobby pin. I don't have any like clips or anything. So then the rest of my hair needs to be pulled back somewhere. I can already tell this is probably gonna go terribly wrong just because it's been so long since I've done this that I don't really remember how I used to do it. Like I had a whole process. I think that's good, right? That'll be a good test strand. Like I'm not worried about my hair like falling out or something because I know Arctic Fox is good. The conditioner in it is really nice. It's just, I don't know how it's gonna look with this current hair color that I have. This will be our strand. Here's our color. I think this is the pink that I used before. Well, here we go. Sorry to my stylist. Oh, I always love the smell of Arctic Fox. It has such a good smell. It's like grape. I'm just gonna do a nice little test. I'm already getting dye everywhere. I'm not sure I want it to go all the way up, but oh well. So I was thinking, if this works out, I was thinking that I would just do like from here down so it wouldn't be like the entire hair strand, but we'll see how that works out. I'm just gonna work it all the way in. I want to get make sure all the hairs in this little test strand have color. I didn't want to use too much just in case, but let's see. How's that looking? I mean, it's looking pink. Oh, it just feels good to be doing this again. I think that's enough, especially just for a test strand. If it doesn't show up enough, it may just be a case of needing to add more color. I've tried to like smush it in as much as possible. Like you can see pink, you can see it. So we will see what it looks like. Again, I'll probably let it sit for an hour and then rinse it and we'll see what happens. Of course, now I don't know how to like, what do? I just stand here? Can't do that for an hour. I kind of want to read, but I also don't want to get it like on me. I forgot what I did before for a test strand. Like, what did I do? Did I put it up in something? I don't remember what I did. I could always put it in like a Ziploc bag because that's what I used to do for like my whole head. I'd put it in a little bag that you get from the store. Let me go find one. I found a snack Ziploc bag. Now that way I can like put it in here for the most part. May not be able to get all of it, but fashion. All right, well, I'm gonna leave that now for an hour. So it's like 12 o'clock right now. I didn't say what day it is. It's Sunday. Luke is currently in Vegas at Sick New World. Well, Sick New World was yesterday, so he's in Vegas right now for that. And I have been home unsupervised. This is what happens. And once this is done, I think I might do a makeup look. I got a new palette yesterday and I kind of want to do a look. Also, I need this hormonal acne to go away because nothing works on it. I'm gonna go figure out what to do between now and an hour from now. What a look. So cute. It has been like an hour 15 or so. When I used to do like my whole head, I would leave it for about 2 hours, but because this is a test strand, I figure I'll just leave it for an hour. I'm gonna go ahead, rinse it, and I guess we'll see what it looks like. Fingers crossed. That is quite pigmented, so I'm gonna dry it real fast just so we can see how it looks when it's dry. But that took. There it is. Let's pull the hair down now. This back over. It has that little pop in there. So what do we think? It definitely shows up. Obviously, because my hair is still slightly darker, like there's some blonde in my hair, but it's obviously not where it was when I originally did all the fun colors. When I originally did all the fun colors, my hair was pretty blonde. It was like icy blonde. And then I like dyed it dark after doing all the fun colors. And then that's why I did the red, because nothing else would really show up except for a deep color like that. It's not as vibrant, but I do think it adds just something extra. So what are we thinking about doing part of my bangs? Like maybe add in some pieces here and then here. So my thoughts for this. I'm thinking, like, cause we can see that pink. I know, I just don't like the tone of my hair and I'm afraid to do anything extra to it right now. I know a lot of people claim they like it. I don't know how. I'm not feeling my hair personally. I need to do something. I don't know what. So my thought is, I'm thinking the pieces that frame my face will do some color. So I'm thinking like my side bangs plus this little bit that goes around my face, as well as some pieces on this side. Like obviously I already have that pink color there, but like maybe just a little bit over here like that or something. I don't know. I just need something. My only worry is that I am going to regret the pink. I don't know. Like I'm really thinking this for sure, this little section. It just looks so brassy and warm to me. I look very emo here. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Sorry. So that's why I'm thinking like this, and then it can just like frame around here. The thing is, I know for me, pink fades pretty fast. It doesn't fade as fast as purple does, but I know from the pink that I've used in the past, when my hair was more light, I know it tends to fade pretty quickly. Here's what we're looking at. What do we think about this? Pull the rest of this back from my face. Just have like these pink pieces in the front. What do we think? I think I'm gonna go for it. And if I hate it, well, that's gonna be interesting. I know you can use, what is it? Mane and tail? It's like the horse shampoo. Can't you use that and it like strips it of the color? I remember I tried to fade my hair color at one point. I think I can't remember exactly what I used, but I wanna say it was something like that. All right, so we're gonna pull my hair back because we don't want the entire head. I'm thinking just these pieces around my face. Maybe I'll even trim this side so that it kind of matches this side, because right now it looks like it's the same length. Again, if you are my stylist, please turn away. I'm gonna trim off a little bit. That might have been too much. No, it's about even. It's about even. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this chunk and then this. All right, so I put some more in here. I'll probably need to add more, but again, I don't want to do it too soon. Am I making a mistake? I really hope I'm not. And I know my stylist can fix it if it ends up being a mistake. Don't think anything about it, just YOLO. Look, I already got it on my face. I'll say that's something that I didn't miss once I started not doing it myself, because I was really bad about always getting it on my face. Okay, there's that side. I'll probably add a little bit more once I do the other side. I'm just like, all right, here we go. Just dive in. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have filmed like a little TikTok. I'm not very good at TikTok or remembering to record reels and stuff like that, so I think about it after the fact. And I'm like, that could have worked out well for me. At least in my head, it could have worked out well for me. By the way, for anyone that may use wigs, what do you recommend for someone who doesn't know anything about wigs? Because I've wanted to like look at wigs just for fun looks, but I don't know, like I don't want cheap like costume, but I don't want expensive because I don't know what I'm doing. Just reuse the bag. This problem is of placement, so it's like on my head, so maybe I can just like mat it down on my head and it can just stay like that. You think that'll hold? Probably not. Like 5 minutes I'm gonna be like, okay, that's cute, that's a look. I guess we'll come back in an hour. It's currently 3 o'clock. We'll come back at 4. All right, I've taken a shower and rinsed my hair, and I have still made an egregious error despite the fact that I thought I had all my bases covered. Remember my really nice nails that I put on, my nice white ones? They're now pink. Look at that. Why is it only on one hand? I guess it's because I was doing this. From a distance, it doesn't look that bad, but then you get up close and you're like, oh, that's no longer the same. All right, this lighting isn't exactly the best, but I ended up doing my makeup and then doing my hair, and I don't know how I feel about how everything turned out. Well, I like the look I did, but I don't know how I feel about the hair itself. I'm wondering if it's just Arctic Fox, the color, or maybe my hair was darker than I thought it was, and that's why it's like not how I wanted. I kind of wish I hadn't done this test strand now, maybe just stuck with my bangs. It just seems like I haven't been happy with like my appearance since I got rid of the red hair. The main reason why I got rid of the red hair was the upkeep and the cost to get it done professionally. The fact that I could only like wash my hair once a week and only in like cold water just to keep up with it. It was just getting to a point where I couldn't do it anymore. And you know, I could have gone back to coloring it myself. There's a lot of things I could have done, but I guess I just wanted a change. And I was like, well, let's just try natural for a little bit. And I think because I had the fun color for so long, like that's what I like on myself. I know I can fade pink pretty fast. I mean, I could wash my hair every day and it could fade. Maybe it's a case of it would be better if I just did like the tips, kind of like when I did the yellow tips way back when. I don't know. I know I'm not happy with my tone on my hair. I am a cool tone person, and this is warm toned hair, and I don't like it on me. You know, we've tried lightening it and getting it to a different tone, but because the red that I had was warm toned, even though it was kind of harder to tell than with like the blonde right now, I don't know. I don't know why I just can't be satisfied with my appearance. It also doesn't help that I'm like very self-conscious because of my hormonal acne. I've also gained weight since going off birth control, so I'm very self-conscious about that, just being real and honest. Just a lot of things about my appearance, and I feel like if I fix this one thing, that'll make me feel better, and nothing seems to. So this is just me bitching because my brain is mean to me. So I apologize for that. Like on one hand, like in the pictures that I took after I did this makeup, because I really do like this makeup that I did, but in the pictures I'm like, oh, this looks good. But then when I look at it just like straight on like this, I'm like, I don't think it looks good. And I don't know why, but I think it's this blonde brown. I don't even know what you call this color. I think that's my problem right now, is I don't like this. It's not, if I'm going to be like a blonde or brunette, whatever, I need it to be a cool tone color, and this is not it. Apparently the red that I was doing was warm toned. I always thought it was cool toned because I felt like it had a blue undertone to it, but I guess not. I'm in this PMU class right now, and sometimes I can't tell if someone's warm toned or cool toned. So maybe it's just maybe it's a me thing. What do y'all think? Don't be mean, because I'm already mean to myself. My brain is the meanest one in the room. At least my makeup's cute. Like, I think I like it. I think I would like it more if I didn't have this side. I think this will be easier to fade than like this would be. Now I just kind of want my whole head pink though. I can't win. Hello, it is April 29th. Chester is currently trying to knock over my camera. Today has been a good day, but also not a good day. Good in the sense that Luke is back. He got back pretty early this morning because traffic was basically non-existent from the airport to home, which is great. He said the flight was fine other than the fact that the person next to him like immediately took their shoes off on the flight, which is weird. Don't be that person. So it's good in the sense that he's back. All the animals are very happy he's back. I'm very happy he's back. So he's still working on some like festival coverage right now, but the day kind of went down pretty fast. Got a message from my mom. Something that had been happening this weekend was that, for those that don't know, I rode horses for almost 2 decades. And so I grew up on a farm. We had horses. My horse that I got when I was 9 years old, we still have him. He is now 29 years old, which is wild to think about. Had another horse. His name was Amos. Friday. Was it Friday? It was Friday. That morning they noticed our horse Amos was down, which, I mean, it's not uncommon for horses to lay down on the ground, but he couldn't get up. And that is not normal. So basically, long story short, they believe Amos got, I believe it's called EPM, which is very, very deadly to horses. It can be pretty deadly, and basically they aren't able to use their legs anymore and they can't move. And unfortunately, because it happened on a Friday, all the vets were closed over the weekend. And they were like, well, it sounds like EPM, which can't be treated, which is false. EPM, there are treatment options. They don't always work, but they are there. But long story short, Amos passed away this morning. The vet came out this morning to basically put him to sleep. Amos was 24. Amos came to us, I want to say I was in middle school. The timeline of us getting him fuzzy for me for some reason. Amos was a very sweet boy. He was a draft horse, so he was a big boy, but he was definitely like a baby. He was a big baby. I just don't know how to feel about it because I researched EPM after mom told me about it, and there are ways to treat it, but it says you have to be aggressive and you have to start right away. So I think what really just makes everything worse is that because this all went down on a Friday and no vet wanted to do anything over the weekend, there's a possibility he could have been saved. Now there's also a possibility that if they tried to treat him, it wouldn't have done anything. But there was a slight possibility that he could have been saved. And so I think that's what kind of irks me the most about his passing. Okay. Chester. Sir, once my permanent makeup classes are over at the end of May, I think I'm gonna go visit home a little bit more frequently because I don't know how much time I'll have left with Braveheart, and he was my boy. I got him when I was 9 and he was 4. We have that 5-year age difference. He and I were dynamic duo for almost 2 decades. That's how today's been. But I do have some mail, trying to bring the spirits back up. Just got some mail. So I got some packages that I thought I would share with you all. One came from Etsy and the other package came from Urban Body Jewelry. I blanked on the name for a second. I was like, wait, that's not it. Yes, it is. Urban Body Jewelry. I got some jewelry for the Pearsons. And then I also got a sweatshirt from Etsy. So let's find a positive in today. So I thought I'd show y'all some mail, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all briefly about the book I just finished, which was A Court of Silver Flames. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna open is this from Etsy. This is a sweatshirt. I love the sticker. Yay, it's mail day. Yay. Does anyone else, when you know a package is out for delivery, you're like constantly checking your mailbox or like updates? Is it here yet? And I'll link this sweatshirt in the description below if you are interested in getting one yourself. It relates to book discussions in a minute. Little thank you card from ordering. Etsy shop is called Clover Mint Company. I know the second I pull it out of here, cat hairs are gonna cling to it, but it's a sweatshirt and it's embroidered, which is cool, but it says in my reading era. So I picked like this gorgeous hunter green sweatshirt and with white text. So pops pretty well. I am so excited for this. If you see me wearing this multiple times in a row, don't say anything, because I like find an article of clothing that I really like and am comfortable in and then wear it a lot. Probably more than I should. But so that is this. I ordered this like the beginning of April. It might have been around my birthday, like a birthday gift to myself. Yeah, so it just says in my reading era. I did get it oversized, so I went 2 sizes up. I got a large, just so it would be oversized because it's unisex, but I just wanted it to be a little bit baggier. And you can pick all sorts of colors for the sweatshirt, all sorts of thread colors. So I picked it so that it popped a little bit more, but I know a lot of people who have bought from them before will get like, it's like a sand colored sweatshirt, but then like a taupe thread. So it's a little bit more blended together, but you can still see what it says. It's pretty cool. So there are a lot of different options. And normally I would have gotten a black sweatshirt, but I was like, you know what? I love how green looks on me. Except for I don't know how it's gonna look with the pink hair now. Oh well. I like how green looks on me, and I also love the color green. I've always loved like that deep hunter green. So I was like, we're gonna go with this. Then I also have an order from Urban Body Jewelry. And the main reason for this order is because I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try a hoop in this one, because back when I tried 2 studs and we saw how uneven my nostril piercings are, some people were suggesting try hoops in there instead, and maybe it won't look as noticeable because like the hoops move around and stuff like that. So I'm like, wait, that's actually genius. So I haven't ordered from Urban Body Jewelry in a long time, so the bags are different now. I got 2 different sizes, like diameter for the hoops, but then I also got some new silicone plugs. I have silicone tunnels in my stretch lobes, but I got some silicone plugs, and then I also got a circular barbell for my septum, because it's been a while since I've worn one in there. So hopefully those fit. I could have sworn that I ordered something differently, but all right. For the silicone plugs, I just got white and black because they go with pretty much everything. So again, instead of tunnels, so can't, you know, stick my finger through here, they're plugs, which is super exciting. I'll do a little try on. And then here's my little circular barbell, aka a horseshoe. Come on. Kind of can see it. And then I got 2 hoops. I don't know if these are the right size. I certainly hope they are, but they're 2 18 gauge hoops, and I really hope these are the right size and they're not too small. Otherwise that's gonna suck because these took a hot minute to get here. So I really hope these are the right diameter. Otherwise your girl's gonna be a little upset. I could have sworn that I ordered different diameter in case it didn't work out. Why do I feel like that's gonna be too small? Well, we're gonna try it out, but I gotta go to my other setup to have a mirror and bobby pins to get this to work. All right, first things first, I want to try on the white silicone plugs. I feel like they're gonna look, oh, they look cool. I like how that looks a lot, that white. Yeah, and then let's see the black one. Again, very basic, but I don't know. I think the white one I'm gonna wear a lot this summer. Yeah, I like how that looks too. But I think I'm gonna stick with the white for summertime. I like how they look. Yeah, I like how those look. Those look nice. All right, so now we're gonna try out one of these. I really hope this fits. I don't know if it is, because this ring is very tiny. I think I should have gone up another size. They are hinged segment rings, pried open, which always is fun. I think it's gonna be too tiny. Go ahead and take this out, but it might hurt. Why do I always want to do stuff like this when I have fake nails on? All right, gonna clean this area off. It's a little angy. I have gotten the hoop in my nostril. I am not gonna touch it for a bit, even though you can still pretty much see that they're uneven. It's not as bad as when I put 2 studs in, but you can still tell with hoops. It's just not as apparent. This sucker is mad though. I need to get some more saline in here, cause yowzers. Also, apparently I did order the correct diameter, which is cool, but wow. How does my nose hurt now? There it is. Again, it's not as apparent as when I did 2 studs, but you can still see that they're pretty uneven. It's just not as noticeable. So I'm gonna leave this though because it is pissed and I'm not gonna mess with it anymore tonight because it's sore, it hurts, and I swear, even if I went to change this one right now, which I've had for years, it would probably be just as pissed. I don't know what it is about nostril piercings, but they are the most temperamental piercings ever. They're always mad, no matter what. They could be like 10 years old and they'll still be pissed. And I did get a horseshoe for my septum, but because this one is already so angry with me, I'm not gonna even mess with my septum right now. I'm gonna let this one chill out for a little bit and then maybe try this one either later today or potentially tomorrow. Did a little jewelry change. I'm obsessed with these and they feel so nice and lightweight. Yeah, we're just gonna leave this situation alone now, because maybe if I just don't draw attention to it, it won't be so bad. I don't think it's like the worst, not the best though. We're gonna try and make good of a not so ideal situation. I do like when my hair is up and that pink pops. I think that looks kind of fun. Like, don't tempt me to do the rest of my head pink, okay? We spent like what, 6 months getting to this natural color. I'm just a vivids girly. I think that's what it comes down to, is I'm just destined for vivids. I'm just saying.
Go to the potty. So, it's bright.
Nice to get some sun though. Well, good morning. It is Sunday, May 5th, and it's been almost an entire week since I last recorded, but I'm trying very, very hard not to abandon vlogs once I start them, especially since the beginning of this vlog started off so interesting. Like, you know, put some pink in my hair, got new jewelry, stuff like that. We're not going to talk about the fact that my nose piercing is still pissed that I swapped it to a hoop. My laundry machine is talking to me right now. Yeah, just ignore how my nostril piercing is pissed that I put a hoop in it. But anyway, it has been roughly a week since I last recorded, but we're gonna power through. But it is May 5th. We're in May now. Yeah, let's see. What can I catch you up on this past week? I mean, not a whole lot. We started, what is it? Like we did some house related stuff. Yesterday I tattooed eyeliner for the first time. That was nerve-wracking. Shout out to my classmate that volunteered last minute to let me tattoo eyeliner on her, because the person that I was supposed to do canceled morning of. Yeah, I did that yesterday. Speaking of my class, I only have 3 weeks left, and only 2 of those weeks I will be working on people. The last week is kind of like a little finalization thing where we go over like what we need to do for our final exam, like to get licensed, and then like a little graduation thing, which is cute. So that's exciting that I have less than a month left of waking up at 5:30 in the morning on Fridays and Saturdays. Let's see. I finished a book. Did I finish? I think I finished Silver Flames. I was listening to Silver Flames in the last one, and I'm pretty sure I finished it in the last clips that I recorded. I think I did. But I listened to an audiobook yesterday, another Frida McFadden. I am very hit or miss with Frida McFadden's books. I loved The Housekeeper. Absolutely hated the book Never Lie, even though a lot of people seem to like it. I thought it was like, I don't know, she was half asleep when she wrote that book. But then yesterday I listened to the sequel for The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, something like that. It was good, not as good as the first, and I think it was because, for me, thrillers usually rate pretty high just because I don't see the twist coming. But this time, because this book was like copy-paste format of the first book, I had an idea already of how it was gonna go. There were still some parts that I was like, oh, okay then. That kind of got me, but for the most part, it was copy-paste of the first book, so I knew that, you know, people weren't gonna be as they seem. It was fine. I gave it a 4 out of 5, though I think it might be more like a 3.5. Why does my computer keep doing this? I'm trying to pull files over from another memory card onto my laptop, and for some reason, my little ports don't work anymore on my laptop. That's fun. Okay, we'll try that again. So today, I did a little bit of cleaning around the house. I needed to vacuum quite a bit, because I swear I can vacuum, and then next thing I know, there goes a little tuft of hair from the animals. So they're always just shedding. So I'm gonna read a little bit because I'm reading this one book right now. It's still giving me quite the ick. I really hope it turns around because there have been so many moments that I'm just like, ugh. It's Credence, by the way. So I'm like I think I'm almost 50% through. For those that have read it, they're just now getting snowed in, which is what they've been building up to this whole time, being like, just wait till you're snowed in, just wait till we're snowed in, just wait till we're snowed in. And it's just like, uh-oh. I'd like to finish that today if I could, just to get it out. Let's see what else. I have a new, I don't know if it would be considered a hyperfixation, but a few weeks ago, my mom and my stepdad, have I mentioned this in a vlog? I know I've mentioned it on Twitch streams, but I don't think I've mentioned it in a vlog. A few weeks ago, my mom and my stepdad introduced me to this live cam feed on YouTube of barred owls. They're like, you have to look at these barred owls, these little owlets. They're so cute. And at the time, they were just like little puffballs. And they were born, I believe it was the end of March, beginning of April. There were 3 of them. There are 3 of them. For like the past few weeks, we've just been like peeking in at them, but then seeing them grow, and they've branched and they've fledged and all these terms that I'm trying to learn because now I'm obsessed with birds, especially owls. These little babies, like, my heart has been in my throat for these babies because they have all left the nest now. And I'm just like, but babies, come back. The people that run the camera, the man's name is Jim Carpenter. He is the founder of Wild Birds Unlimited, which is a chain store where basically if you're into birds and like bird watching, that's the place to go because they have birdhouses, bird feeders, all sorts of things that you can set up for wildlife. And so I've been watching these birds like around the clock. Absolutely have just been so enamored with them. But the last little one, oh, and they had like a little voting thing on what to name the babies. And so their names are Midnight, Star, and Moon. Midnight is the oldest, Moon is the youngest, and then Star is middle owlet. And they all like left the nest in that order. Midnight left first, then Star, and Moon just left yesterday afternoon. And I'm like, babies, come back. I know this is probably like, wow, Gretchen, calm down, take it down a notch. You're up here, we need you down here. But they're just so cute. I mean, Ivan just sighed at me. He was like, Mom, please. It's just so sweet. And I love seeing them grow and become the little owls. They're just so cute. And of course, like, I myself and then everyone else was worried about the youngest because 2 older ones had left the nest and then the little one was by himself. And we're like, he looks so lonely. Well, he left last night or yesterday afternoon. And I'm just like, come back. Now what am I supposed to do with my life? That was my purpose, was to watch them. But I don't know, it's been very cute. And so now I'm obsessed with birds and I'm like, I want bird feeders and like a camera so I can watch wildlife. That's where my head has been recently. My mom is now sending me clips of wildlife. Like, look at this. Please look at this squirrel. So cute. Anyway, my mom's calling me now. Okay, phone call with mom is done. Now I'm watching a bird feeder cam. What is my life? It is really dreary looking here today, so honestly I think I'm just gonna sit with my book and my clicker. Yes, I'm using my clicker while I'm sitting on the sofa. Don't say nothing, but I'm gonna enjoy. Hold on, can you hear it? It's a lot of birds on this cam right now. Hold on. Blue jays there to always mess everything up. Blue jays are such buttheads. They're so pretty, but they're such buttheads of the bird world. So I think I'm just gonna sit here. Again, I am at, what percentage am I at for this book? I'm at 48%, so I'm almost halfway through. I'm at 232. It just reads a lot like weird Wattpad stuff. Okay, the birds are getting loud now. Excuse y'all. There's so many blue jays right now. I don't know, for some reason this book just reads a lot like a Wattpad story. Like someone had some fantasy where she gets borked by 3 different guys. I don't know why she wanted them to be family, quote unquote. But that's how it's reading right now. It's just like, ooh. I'm trying to give it a shot. It's like with Haunted Adeline. I tried to have an open mind with it. I gotta say, I think I enjoyed the write and style of Haunted Adeline better than this, which is weird because I have read a book by this author before and I enjoyed it. So I'm like, what happened? So I'm gonna sit here and read this now. Okay. All right, we gotta pause for a minute. I gotta talk about some things. I hate how these men talk in this book. They're so misogynistic and primal, and it's Like this one line, and I'm trying not to spoil anything for anyone that might want to read this book. I'm just getting the ick so bad. And I do wonder if I would be getting the same ick. I probably would be. If they didn't keep referring to them as like uncle and cousins and stuff like that. Like, stop doing it. You're not blood related. Just stop doing it. Bird, you gotta stop for a minute. You're distracting me. So like one of the brothers is talking about how they're like rivals in town. He says, I wouldn't put it past him to ambush us tonight and try and take you back down the mountain before we woke up and lost our chance to follow you in the weather. Take you back down the mountain? Like, what is this? Are there no rules in this small town? Look, I grew up in a small town, but there are morals and standards and rules. Like, what is it with these mountain men? What is this? Someone help me. I'm trying not to be so judgmental, but the ick is growing. The ick is growing.
Huh?
Why does everything turn into a tickling match? Why? What is this? Is this junior high or some stuff like this? Are you just now like, why is everything a tickling match? Tickling leads to being like, oh my God, I'm so hot and bothered. What? Sorry about the birds. They're helping me remain calm. Hello, it is Monday, May 6th. If my eyes look like they have extra dark circles under them, because I just cried a little bit, it's fine. Luke just left about 15-20 minutes ago to head to the airport because he is gonna spend a few days in St. Louis with his family. And I am here with the critters. So he'll be gone 3 days. He'll be back on Thursday, and today's Monday. So I am a little sad. So this is twice in a row now that he's like gone for a little trip. First time was Sick New World in Vegas. Now he's just gonna go visit family for a few days. And I'm very happy that he's, you know, able to go home and stuff like that and visit his parents and everything. But I'm like, I still miss him. So I am here sitting in front of my bookshelf again that is still very bare. But I thought I would discuss this. You see, we're discussing this. And by discussing, I mean what? So I finished this today. I need to stop listening to BookTok because so many books are getting overhyped. The fact that I would rather read Haunted Adeline than Credence. I still don't know how I am gonna rate Credence. I don't know if it's a 1 star for me or a 2. The only redeeming quality was one of the male characters. I really thought Noah deserved better. I actually liked him a smidge, even though he was a bit of a horn dog too. Everything about Credence gave me the ick. It is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Me being everyone, not for me. Where was the plot? Where was the plot? Zero plot. It's like a porno. There's no plot in porno, which I guess essentially is what this book was. Jake, gross. Ew. Caleb, but he's mysterious. The whole book gave me the ick. And again, I have read a book by this author before and I enjoyed that one. Was it like stupendous? No, but I enjoyed it. It was Punk 57. I liked that one well enough. It was so long ago now that I probably should reread it. Credence, not for me. I would rather read the second book for Haunted Adeline. What is it? Haunted Adeline? I would rather go read that now than to ever think about Credence again. But I can at least now say that I read it. I really hope I've been in focus because my camera has been struggling recently with being in focus. But anyway, on the topic of books, I went to Target earlier today because I had to pick up a few things for a project. But I went and I found this Emily Henry book, which I have not read yet. I want to get all the Emily Henry books that I have read, which is only 2 at this point. No, 3, because I read Funny Story through a free audiobook. So I guess technically I didn't read it, I listened to it. But anyway, I've read Book Lovers, Beach Read, Funny Story. I have not read Happy Place yet. I know a lot of people really like Happy Place, but I didn't want to buy the hardcover of it. But then I went in Target today and they had the paperback version. So that was exciting. I should have gotten Beach Read and Book Lovers, even though I've read them before, but these are books that I definitely want to have a physical copy of. So I did pick this up and hope to start reading this one soon. I don't know if I'm gonna wait until I have a pool day for this one or if I should just start it now. Also, on top of Luke leaving today, me being sad from that, the owl cam that I was talking about, I think I talked about it at some point in this vlog. The like barred owl cam that I've been watching, they made an announcement this morning saying now that the owlets have branched and fledged, which basically means they left the nesting box and they've gone on up into the trees. Like now that they've branched and fledged, the camera will be turning off this afternoon, and it turned off about like, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. And now I'm sad. I'm like, I want updates on the babies, even though we weren't really seeing them because they had gone up into the trees and the trees are very full and vibrant. It's kind of hard to see them through the leaves. But I'm just like, what do I do now? Like on top of Luke leaving, I'm doubly sad because of that. So I went to Target today because a project for my cosmetic tattooing class is that we need to make either a 2D model, so like a floor plan, or a 3D model of our like future space for our cosmetic tattooing studio, wherever we want to perform services. So we're supposed to create either a 2D or 3D model. I'm going to strive for the 3D model because we get extra hours for creating it. So I went to Target today. I knew Legos were expensive, but I did not realize how expensive they had gotten. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick up some Legos and I'll just like build a cute little thing. I got one little kit, this one right here. This is the Tiny Accessory Store, and this was like 20 bucks. This comes with two characters, which is fine. One can be me and one can be a client. And so like I got this one because it has like this little, I don't know, like little table, little glass display case. So I was like, that could be a good like welcome desk or like check it, like a sign-in desk or something. And then maybe I can use other things in here, but I definitely liked the two little characters. And then I saw that little table, and then some things can also be used in here. I don't know for what, I'm gonna plan something. But yeah, this was like 20 bucks. I'm like, damn, Legos are like, I knew they were bad, but I didn't realize they were that bad. Got this little thing. I'll open it up and see what I can create with it. I got some like cardboard to serve as a base. I even got a black poster marker because I was like, I am not painting and I am not gluing any kind of paper to it. So I was like, the only thing I'll glue is if I print out pictures to like put on the walls or something like that, but that's it. We're not getting that crafty. My ideal future studio would be like black walls with like pops of color or something like that. I don't know. I like the moody idea. But yeah, so I picked this one up. One of these characters has red hair. So I was like manifesting that my red hair comes back eventually. But I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm going to use this. But then I picked up two other things that I have kind of wanted to get before. And I finally got some. So other things that I decided to get to go along with my Legos are these like mini-verse. I've come across these on TikTok, like people doing these little like openings for them. What is it? Mini brands, mini-verse, little things like that where it's like, what is it? They're mystery things. You don't know what it is until you open it up. So I got two. They're two different ones, but they're like home decor style or like lifestyle thing. So I was like, oh, well, that would be cute to have like decorations in my little shop. So I thought I'd open them on camera just to see what we get. This is the Miniverse Make It Mini Lifestyle, and this is Miniverse Make It Mini Lifestyle. Wait, they're the same thing? This one just says Series 1, but this one says Home Series 1. They are like two vastly different sizes. This one is a whole lot bigger, but I just noticed that there was a lot of plants on them. So I was like, ooh, that'll be fun. Get little decor pieces for the shop. I think one of these you can also potentially get, yeah, like a bird feeder or a hanging plant. So I was like, let's try for those. So I thought I'd open them on camera. They like to drop a lot, so you can stay down there for the moment. I am gonna open this one up though. Normally I'd make like a TikTok out of this, but I feel like that's not my content on TikTok. What is my content on TikTok? I don't know. But I was like, well, should I open that with my teeth? No, because I don't know what's been on these. But I have fake nails on and they're not very usable. See what we get. So this one, I believe like the main theme of them would be like plants, aquariums, and candles. So I would be happy. I mean, any of them would be fine. A little ASMR. There's a lot of components in here. The hell? What is that? Oh my God, little books and everything. What is all this? Look. So like it had all this in there when I popped the top off. Oh my God, look at all the different ones you can get. I wanted the candles, but I think I got a plant, which is fine. I think this is the one that I got. Okay, so there's the little plant. It's like a little cactus head. Then you put the cactus in there and then you put, ta-da! Okay, so now that cactus, you see it right there, is all set up, we're gonna do the second one, which would be cute to get the bird feeder, but I don't know how well that would show for like my studio space. It looks like another flower pot comes with more bags. This looks like a vase of some kind. Oh, this one's peonies. Aw, that's cute. Okay, so that one is here. Kind of hard to see it because it's so tiny. That's really sweet. Look at the little flowers. That one can go like at the reception desk. This thing is really cute, but it's got a lot of components. Oh wait, you have to cure this? You have to actually snip the flowers? Bro, that is too much. Wait, these cure? Okay, so apparently for these, you actually have to like trim. So this apparently actually like cures. So this water, obviously not real water, but it's supposed to make the flowers look like they're in water and they're supposed to hold them in place. That's interesting. But it's also telling me that I have to trim the flowers. Also, if I'm out of focus at any point during this video, I am so sorry. I don't know why my camera keeps losing focus on me. Like, I know there are books and interesting things behind me, but like, come on now. Okay, so I gotta measure this and know where to trim. I take the vase and then I take this water. Oh, okay. So it's like this, is it like resin? That's kind of interesting. So you just squeeze it in there. You hope it goes down. Okay, so it's starting to harden. So I definitely need to put the flowers in there before it gets too hard. That's them in there. So it has to sit for 5 to 10 minutes. But it's like, how do I make sure that they sit how I want them to? I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. They'll just chill for a little bit. So now I've got little peonies. They are struggling to sit still. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put them over here. All right, so I have my little mini things. Cool. I need to clean up all this trash now. They're my little mini things. It's kind of hard to see them. Oh, and now it's pouring down rain. Fun. What a great day. I still need to finish reading Bride by Allie Hazelwood. I'm not very far into it. Maybe I'll do that now.